The November 10th, 2016 Longview City Council meeting is now called to order. Tonight, the prayer and the pledge will be led by retired Army First Sergeant Dallas Stone. Dallas Stone is retired Army First Sergeant, 22 years. He attended numerous tactical schools, airborne, air assault, ranger, I'm assuming that's sniper, etc. He served 2 tours in Korea, 2 tours in Germany, and 1 in Iraq. Sir, we are honored to be in your presence tonight.
I forgot to mention that I actually went to church during that time. Lord, I thank you for this gathering. I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy. Lord, I thank you, Lord, for bringing us together, for all governments are ordained by you. Lord, please remove all concerns of this world, Lord, that would keep us from being in your will. Lord, to focus us on your business. Lord, to increase your kingdom. Lord, bless these people that are put into charge of this great town. And Lord, I thank you for them. Lord, watch over this meeting. Let it be used to your mighty work. And in Jesus' name I do pray. Amen. Amen. You join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Sergeant Stone, thank you so much for your presence and for your service, and we will be honoring you again tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Tonight's employee recognition, we're going to be recognizing our National Night Out, which is October 4, 2016. Longview Police Department, Sergeant Jackie Howells, Officer Chris Clayton, Officer Misty Ryan, Officer Myra Gonzalez, Officer John Rawls, Officer Jeff Hall, Officer James Bray, Officer Kendrick Montgomery, Officer Brandon Thornton, Officer Christy Bryan, Partners in Prevention, Holly Fuller, Sakisha Bradley, Media Development, Terry Miller, Crystal Gable, Scott Shellhorse. Each year, the police area representatives and Partners in Prevention, along with Media Development, plan and organize the City of Longview's National Night Out, which was held for the first Tuesday in October. Officer Chris Clayton chaired this year's event, which turned out to be one of the best we have ever had. This year we had 127 registered parties across the city, up from 108 parties a year ago. This equates to an 18% increase in citizen participation in this important program that brings the community together to place an emphasis on working closely with police on crime-related issues. This year's theme, U plus Blue equals One Longview, demonstrates the need for citizens and police to work together on crime-related issues. Thanks to everyone involved here today that planned and participated in this event and making it a huge, huge success. Is that a good-looking group or what? Yeah. Did y'all hear what you know, when I read these things, sometimes we just read. We don't always listen to what they say, because I don't always listen either. But listen to this one sentence, because this is the most important part of this entire process. This equates to an 18% increase in citizen participation. That's not important. What's important is that brings the community together to place an emphasis on working closely with police on crime-related issues. And that's what this is about. This is about our community and the trust involved with these officers that put their lives on the line for every one of us every single day, helping them to do their job better and easier. And it's not just their job. It's our job as citizens, when we have information, when we know things, to report to these individuals so that they can do their job of solving the crimes. And if we don't do that, we are failing them. And you know what? They don't fail us. We should not fail them. So I'm asking our citizens to participate in this. Do your duty as a citizen. When you know something, let someone know who can take care of it, because that's the only way we will ever grow as a community, and we will eradicate the things that we don't want to be here in our city. When we do that, we become a better city. And thanks to these individuals and everyone involved, with what a wonderful national night out we had. We're growing every single year. That 18% is a big number now because we're growing. That means we're participating more. We're giving more and more trust and faith in our police men and women who are out there every day for us. So that being said, thank you all so much for all that you do, for making this a wonderful event for our city, and for growing it every single year. Thank you so much. Thank you all once again. Another round of applause, please. We are now to citizen comment. Are we not? No, presentation. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have a presentation first. It's been a long day. Let's see. Yes. Presentation for Operation Stand Down. Chativa Marshall, Longview Housing Authority, and Randall Webster, Director of East Texas Veterans Resource Center. Please come forward. I saw I was sitting out there. I knew you weren't there just for the meeting. All right, sir. All right. Good to see you. This is a proclamation regarding Operation Stand Down Day, November 17, 2016. Whereas the City of Longview Housing Authority, in partnership with East Texas Veterans Resource Center, American Legion Auxiliary Unit 131, Veterans Affairs Overton Brooks Center, and the Gregg County Veterans Service Office have requested that the mayor by proclamation recognize November 17, 2016 as Operation Stand Down Day in the City of Longview. Whereas stand down is a term used in times of war in which exhausted combat units come off the battlefield to rest and recover in a place of safety, and today, stand down is used as an effective tool in reaching out to homeless veterans, nationally reaching more than 200,000 veterans and family members. So now, therefore, I, Andy Mack, authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Longview, do hereby proclaim November 17, 2016 as Operation Stand Down Day in Longview. Thank you so much. Do you all realize what a service this is for our veterans? These are people that have been on the battlefield, that have given everything, and now they're back, and they need our help. And you all are there for them, which means you care and you listen, and we appreciate that so much. And these veterans, they appreciate it as well. And you know, it's a service that they're due. They deserve this. They've earned every minute of this, and I appreciate y'all's ability to do this and your willingness to do it, and you serve our community very well. Thank you all so much. Thank you. This makes me proud. Thank you all. I have another proclamation I'd like to read now that didn't make the agenda. Sorry, Jim. You okay, right? You're good. I can do this. For a minute there, I thought you could just knock me down, Jim. Okay. This is one of those really feel-good ones, you know, that we don't always get to do because we don't always have this happen. But this is recognizing Spring Hill ISD Blue Brigade Day. And you should clap. This is, you should clap. This is something that's very, very special. November 11, 2016, whereas Spring Hill ISD requested the mayor by proclamation to recognize November 11th as Blue Brigade Day in the city of Longview. The Spring Hill Blue Brigade, that's a really tough one to say, I'm just going to tell y'all. It's really tough. The Spring Hill Band made the finals for the first time in school history, finished 5th overall in the UIL 4A State Marching Band Competition and is the #1 ranked military marching band in the state of Texas.
Wow.
So therefore, I, Andy Mack, by the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Longview, do proclaim November 11, 2016 as Blue Brigade Day in Longview. You all please come up. If you're a member of the band, parents, band members, come on up. Come on.
Let's march on in.
Come on up.
Yeah, forward march. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The pink shirt is Randy Kaiser. He's the Randy Kaiser. He's the vendor.
Y'all come on up.
Some kind of snap.
Okay. I get that these are the students. Parents, you're a part of this too. Come on up. If you're a parent, come on up here. Come on up here. Come on. Come on up. Come stand with your children. Come on. Okay, I'm not ashamed to stand with your kids. Why y'all ashamed to stand with your kids? I'm happy to be here with you all. Okay, first off, here's the deal. What a fantastic honor you have bestowed upon our city. You all have gone out there and done your deal. And this is the band director, Mr. Kaiser. Andy Mack, how are you, sir? I'm going to let you talk in just a minute, okay? But on behalf of the city of Longview, I want you to know what y'all do. You all go out there and you represent us as a city. And you know what? You represent us so well. You make us so proud to have you're this young group of people represent us. And it makes us feel so special to know that you all went out and did your best and you accomplished such a feat. First time in school history to make the finals. Best band military in the state, 4A. Congratulations. And I know y'all are having a pep rally tomorrow, and I cannot be there because of Veterans Day. We have a function, but Mr. Wright, your representative, is going to read another letter that we have written for you all tomorrow at the pep rally. But I just want you to know how proud we all are of you. Every one of us up here, every one of these citizens in Longview are proud of this accomplishment because it's a feat that once in a lifetime this happens to you, and relish this moment. This is something that you should cherish the rest of your life. We're so proud of you all. Please say a word.
Obviously, we're very proud of our students. This is a goal that we had at the beginning of the school year was to try to make the finals. And the biggest surprise of all, I think, was after the closing ceremonies of the state marching contest. I was handed an envelope by my assistant director, Mr. Pipak, and this was coming straight from the UIL executive office and with the results. And so I just kind of nonchalantly opened the envelope, and I started at the bottom of the list because I thought that's where we would be. And we ended up 5th. It was just a great surprise, and I had kids looking over my shoulder, and then they just exploded with excitement because we never thought that would happen. The state marching contest is very difficult for a military band to achieve because of the way that it's gone. It's the core style. It lends itself to the core style of marching, and so for us to do what we did, and when I say us, when these students did what they did, it was just absolutely remarkable, and it's something to be very, very proud of. And like you said, this was a great way for us to represent our community and our city, and that's probably one of the things that I'll always remember is how happy everyone is and just the celebration that's gone on from that point. So we're very, very happy.
We are as well. We appreciate you so much. But let me just say one more thing. You all have done such a great job, but let me just tell you something. Thank your parents, because without your parents, you would not have had this opportunity. They've spent time and money on you all to give you this opportunity. So remember, they've sacrificed as much as you have to bring you here, and I know they're as proud of you. I have received more calls and more emails and more Facebook posts this week about the Spring Hill band than I have in a long time. And so that means people are very excited. Grandparents, friends, it's been a very exciting time. So thank you all. Congratulations. Job well done. I wish I could be there tomorrow, but I know it'll be a great celebration for you all. Let's have a picture. Hold on. Happy high five. Come on. I get to hit everybody. Okay, your parents are good. Yeah.
Hey, can I get a picture?
Yes, we're going to get pictures. Hold on. Everybody get in tight. Y'all come up front. Somebody can come up front and make it easier. Come on up front.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. Last one.
Thank y'all so much. Proud of y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Oh, y'all can't leave. Sorry. Doesn't work that way. While they're filing out. Next on the agenda is our citizen comment. I do have some speaker cards tonight. We'll start with Jennifer Eldridge.
I am life-size. I wanted to talk to you all real quick. I am Jennifer Eldridge with the Longview Public Library. I'm the Youth Services Supervisor there. And wanted to talk to you all about a great organization here in Longview called the Knights of the Pythias. They are a fraternal organization over on Center Street across from that fabulous Silver Grizzly Espresso Coffee House that has just opened up. And they are a great organization here in Longview that has shown a lot of support and service to our nonprofits here in the area, and in particular to the library. They started partnering with us for the first time this year, and they started with our Summer Reading Club. Our Summer Reading Club started off 4 years ago with 502 participants and has grown to 1,922 participants. Very proud of that fact. And in the past, we had only been able to give away 2 bicycles to participants who had completed the program. Thanks to the Knights of the Pythias, we are actually able to now give away 16 bikes, which is a fantastic, wonderful thing for us. Also, they are assisting with our Christmas events as well. On December 3rd from 10 to noon, we're going to have free photos for all the families that come, and we provide a free photo for families and children that normally might not otherwise get one, and they are helping to provide support for that as well. They are actively looking for new memberships, so I wanted to mention that. And if you are interested in becoming a member, they have a wonderful Facebook page, Knights of the Pythias, Longview, Texas. And if you contact Roger Fangman or Joe Knox, they will gladly get you guys in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Jeff Hamilton, are you here just for zoning, for questions? Okay, we'll put you back in just a minute. Debbie Fontaine.
Greetings, Mayor Mack, City Council, and Mr. Willard. My name is Debbie Fontaine. I'm at 1409 Columbia Drive. Our Longview PD officers need our help as a community, and we would like to ask your help to help us get the word out to the citizens here in Longview about Back Our Blue Longview fundraiser. Recently, statewide, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick wants every officer in Texas to wear a bulletproof vest that stops high-powered ammo. He said the police officers that died in Dallas, the Dallas shooting, wore vests that did not protect them. Patrick plans to ask the state Senate for approximately $15 to $20 million in money for vests in the next state budget. While some police departments around the state already provide extra strong vests, the lieutenant governor said not all communities can afford them. We can't wait on state funding to have enough money to cover all of our officers. As a community, it is our job to help protect the guys in blue, the men and women in blue. That's the least that we can do for their families and for them that go out every single day to protect us. What can we do as a community? I just wanted to let you know a few things that's been happening and just let you kind of know what's going on. This is not everything. This is just some examples of some of the things that citizens in Longview are already doing to raise funds to get these vests to protect every officer. The first thing is is the T-shirts. This is a great T-shirt. Awesome. Thank you, Mayor Rack. On the back of that T-shirt, this was designed by Lindsay. She's here this evening. Wave, Lindsay. Lindsay is the wife of Eric Cunningham, and she designed this, and she started selling these out of the back of her truck, honestly, for $15. And she went to she was looking for a place to make them. Champion T-shirts of Longview heard about what she was doing, and they donated the first 100 T-shirts for free for this cause. The next thing is the people were looking for a place to buy these other than out of her truck. And they would show up at the police department, and our police officers, they can't sell the shirts there. So we said, bring them back to us, back at Edible Art. And so people would come by and buy the shirts. So Edible Art started making black and blue, Back Our Blue Longview cookies. Every single penny of those cookies, every donation, whether a child brings in a quarter or someone drops $20 in our jar, every penny of that goes to buy a vest for our police officers. Lewis Morgan saw this on social media. Judy from Lewis Morgan called and said, how do we get involved? So Lindsay drops off T-shirts over there, and we drop off cookies. She continues to sell those. They had a event in their parking lot here a few weeks ago, raised an additional $3,000 for the cause. And I'll wrap it up really quick. Mud Hut this past Sunday had an open house, had a creative way of making money. Their goal was $600. They raised $825. These vests are not cheap. They're $700 a piece for the good ones. And we only want the good ones on our guys and girls in Longview. Our blue deserves it. Chief Bishop, he let us know there's over 180 officers. We have 84 that are on street patrol, so we need 84 vests ASAP. We can wait on the state funds possibly to help fund the others for the detectives and everyone else, but our citizens, we can join together as groups to make this money. As of today, our grassroots fundraiser, we have raised $30,213, enough to buy 33 vests for our Longview PD. We need y'all's help to help get the word out for our community so we can have all of our blues protected in Longview. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, Debbie, for the cookies. I passed cookies out to the council. Debbie provided these for us, and they're in the state of Texas in the Blue Shield. And so we appreciate that, the efforts, and the T-shirts as well. Thank you all so much. Public safety update. Chief Bishop.
Mayor Mack, council members, Mr. Willard, good evening. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to kind of give you a little update since the last time we met. A little bit, October again was a busy month for us. We answered just a little over 10,000 calls for service. And again, you can see that they're evenly split between dispatch calls and then officer-initiated type of calls. 152 arrests for the month. 20 of those were felony arrests with 26 charges, and 143 misdemeanor arrests with a total of 247 different charges that were filed. Last Monday, we held a promotional ceremony where we promoted 2 patrol officers to the rank of sergeant. And I'd like to congratulate Sergeant Jeremy Higginbotham and Sergeant Citizens Police Academy this fall, and after the first of the year we'll be announcing the dates for upcoming academies. All right, Halloween is over, so it's safe to start talking about Christmas. Each year, the employees of the police department through the Blue Santa program solicit donations for toys to be able to go out into the community and help those that need help around the Christmas time, providing Christmas for their families and their children. This year's goal is the officers want to try to reach out and help 100 different families right here in Longview. They'll be accepting donations until December 15th. The drop-off locations are at the police department. We have a box in the lobby there. They're asking for new unwrapped toys, and they can also drop them off at the School for Little Children, Homewood Suites, Habitat Restore, and then the Longview Mall Par 20 office, Longview Mall. For cash check or gift card donations, we'd ask that they'd please contact Officer Misty Ryan at 903-331-2541. So we always have great participation in this program and want to put the information out there for those that would be interested in helping to support this good, worthy cause. And there's some pictures from last year on some of the donations that we received last year. So this is something that the officers always look forward to, and each year it seems to grow bigger and bigger. And lastly, we still get a lot of calls from individuals wanting to know how they can dispose of prescription medication. I'd just like to remind everybody that in our lobby of the police department, we have a way for them to do that. They can bring unused, unwanted, expired medications and put them in our prescription drug drop box that's there in the lobby of the police department, and there's no charge for that. It operates just like a mailbox. They can put it in, and then we'll safely dispose of the prescription medications. So with that, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Chief Stillman.
Good evening, Mayor Mack, members of council, Mr. Willard. Thank you for the opportunity to update you on a few things that have been happening in the fire department since we last met. October, as you can imagine, with it being Fire Prevention Month, keeps us pretty busy from stem to stern. I mean, we start off October 1, and as a matter of fact, I think we still have some activities that were going on even today, just because there's only so much room to plug things in the calendar. But the scope of the month was outstanding. The participation of the community and the schools coming together to allow our firefighters contact with both children and adults of all ages to preach the message of fire safety. Fire safety was just wonderful. So I've got some slides showing you some different pictures. There's some adults doing some fire extinguisher training. The kids are really where it hits home, though. And as you can see by our contact there, we reached out to just over 4,000 children in the community to talk to them about the message of fire safety, and just under 600 or 700 adults. I've got to give a shout out to the Fire Marshal's Office, our training section, our line staff, and our Citizens Emergency Response Team. Now, these are volunteer citizens that all came together to help pull this off. And this is above and beyond our call volume, our inspections, our pre-fire planning, our normal scope of work. We stack this on top of that for the month, and it keeps us really busy. I mean, these guys are out doing activities sometimes into the late evening hours, and then making a call and then going back and picking up where they left off. So I just got to give them a quick shout. They did an outstanding job this year. Just to update you real quick on Station 5. Where I let you last time, we had some things that were still in the planning phases, and I'm proud to tell you that the exterior modifications and the interior restoration pieces are now underway. So we're making steady progress on that. And again, our target date, we hope to be back in there by the end of this year. So everything's going as expected, and we're moving forward. And last but certainly not least, our annual subscription program is open. And my slide, I just noticed a mistake on there. It says it's enrolling for 2016. We're actually enrolling for the year 2017. So you only have a narrow window to do that. That will shut down on December the 31st. I highly recommend, if you're considering this, do it before Christmas, because that $70 will be a lot harder to come by if you start buying Christmas presents. So keep that in mind. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you for all the efforts you all put out this month in October. I know it's a burden on you, but it's a huge benefit for our citizens. So we thank you very much and all those involved. Thank you, sir. We're now at a consent agenda. Any items council pull up for separate discussion?
Just some comments on one, Mayor.
Please, Mr. Moore.
Item B on the sanitation bins. I had a question for staff on why we needed to budget $70,000 worth of bins when the program's only been in operation for about 3.5 years and the bins have a 10-year guarantee. And I got an excellent answer. Remember, 3 years ago, many people turned their bins back. They didn't particularly want to participate. Well, now that's no longer a choice. This 70,000 will buy about 1,000 35-gallon bins and 500 95-gallon bins. And those people, 35-gallon bins are becoming the most popular, plus people are adding extra 95-gallon bins since October 1. So the money is going to be well spent, and they assured me that in subsequent years we will replace some bins, but not to the tune of 70,000. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you, Mr. Moore, for actually reading those and taking the time to, no, I'm serious. I'm serious about that. It's very good that you do that and that you ask questions, because if you don't, then we just become puppets up here, and I don't want to ever be puppets. We should all read these and know, and when you ask questions, you get answers, and that's good. I appreciate that very much. Anyone else, please? Is there a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Zoning. We will have a public hearing to consider application PD 16-13. Ms. Joy.
Thank you, Mayor Mack, members of council, and Mr. Willard. The applicant is requesting to rezone from Plan Development General Retail, PD 15, to Plan Development General Retail, PD 16-13, to allow for the construction of a storage building and covered parking. They are proposing to build a storage building to store files, server equipment, and other related items for the Johnson & Pace offices located at this site, as well as covered parking for their office vehicles. The site already contains or exceeds our required parking minimums. Loop 281 is a principal arterial roadway, which is appropriate for this type of development as long as access management is followed. Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
This does require a public hearing, which is now open. I do have one speaker card, Mr. Hamilton, if we need questions. Anyone have questions of Mr. Hamilton? Anyone care to speak on this behalf? Public hearing is now closed. Council?
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That's all the zoning we have. Thank you, Ms. Joy. We're now to action items. Consider resolution awarding the contract to and authorizing and directing the city manager or the city manager's designee to execute necessary documents with East Texas Bridge in the amount of $584,784.40 for intersection improvements on East Hawkins Parkway, east of North Eastman Road project. Mr. McPhee.
Mayor Mack, City Council members, Mr. Willard, I wanted to ask for your approval to award Hawkins Parkway intersection improvements to East Texas Bridge. It came in at $584,784.40, which is about $200,000 cheaper than our original estimate. I wanted to talk a little bit about the construction and sum it up. I figure a picture is better than words. We are going to eliminate the dip. The purpose is to remove the dip. The construction will take about 6 months. We plan to maintain two-way traffic and begin reconstructing the south side of Hawkins Parkway. And Phase 2 will shift traffic to the newly constructed south side, and we will construct Phase 2 on the north. The funding is available thanks in large part to the $400,000 that was received from the net RMA and obtained through our Judge Bill Stout and Gregg County, and the remaining funds are from our city CIP fund. I thought it was appropriate to recognize those entities that assisted us in this process. If you have any questions, I'm available.
Roland, first thing, when we first brought this item up to Mr. Willard, I told him, I said, we have to fix this dip. And we did not have the money to do it. And we estimated $700,000 to $750,000 to make this happen. And I appreciate the efforts by both Mr. Willard and the net RMA and Judge Stout to help us find this money. And I'm really glad it came in lower than what we were expecting, which is even better. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, hey, it's much better now that they put, we put a layer of asphalt out there to kind of help it a little bit. And it does help, but it doesn't solve the problem. And I've heard, put more asphalt. Well, then you get into drainage issues, and we can't do that. But the bottom line is we're going to fix this dip that should have never been there in the first place. But the fact is it's there, and we're going to fix it, and we're going to have a better intersection for it. I asked two things, Mr. McPhee. Please encourage Longview Bridge, East Texas Bridge, 6 months. This is going to be a busy, busy intersection. To close it down to 2 lanes is going to be a traffic nightmare. And so we need to be judicious on this, and we need to let this go as planned and on time and on schedule. I know there's certain things we can't control, but when we can't control them, I want to see that thing go as quickly as possible. Because as we discussed this, we wanted to get this intersection completed before, when and if the new Hensley Park development takes place, because otherwise it would be a total disaster. So I appreciate everyone involved getting this project up, running on the board. Mr. Willard, I give you all the credit in the world because I brought this to you not too long ago, and you've taken it and you run with it, and I appreciate that. And it's nice to see when we see things that need to be done and we act upon it and we've come to a solution and we're going to make this happen. So, Roland, I appreciate you and your group and everybody involved. So let's smooth, get it done, get it complete, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you know when you might start construction? Is there a
We're
plan
going
for
to
that?
start after the first of the year, once the holiday traffic
That's a
clears.
good
And
plan.
also that's contingent a little bit on when Gregg County, who is constructing improvements at the eastern end of Hawkins and Tryon, gets completed.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, is there
Move to approve.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much. We're to items of community interest. Mr. Moore.
I was privileged to attend the dedication ceremony for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall Saturday. And Andy, I appreciate your remarks about the importance of remembering the sacrifices that our men and women in uniform go through. Kasia and Steve, thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday to attend also. I appreciate it. When I stand looking at the wall, and especially touching all the names on the wall, it's very emotional. I think it's emotional for all Vietnam vets. I feel that all 58,307 of those men and women are my brothers and sisters. And this nation must never again forget, ignore, or dishonor our men and women in uniform. And tomorrow being Veterans Day, I would ask everybody to please pray that our men and women in uniform now in harm's way come home safely to their families, and so their names are never etched in a memorial like these. So, thank you.
Mr. Moore, thank you, and I appreciate your comments because I can tell you that was a very emotional ceremony. It's a very deserved memorial that they have constructed out there, and if you haven't been out there to see it, you should take time to go out because Teague Park is not the Teague Park of old. Right. It's an amazing honor to all the veterans and all the wars and all the people that have served our country. And once again, they've earned every ounce of that. And so I appreciate you, and I hope you all will join us tomorrow at the courthouse. I believe it starts at 11, doesn't it, for Veterans Day tomorrow celebration? So join us at the courthouse tomorrow, please, okay?
And if you haven't donated to the Veterans Recognition Foundation, they are still accepting money.
They are, and I'm glad you brought that up, Ed, because they've gone out on a limb to purchase that on their own, and they are still looking for funding. They're $60,000 short, and they want that to be their wall and not the wall that belongs to some bank. So if you have the feeling in your heart, please donate to that Veterans Memorial because it'll make you feel good about doing that. So, Ms. Snoddy.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to echo what you just said and just say thank you to all of our men and women in uniform. Just want to say, my thought for this week has been to be encouraged, no matter what's going on, and to know that God is in control. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Nona.
Thank you.
Ms. Williams.
Happy Veterans Day. First, I want to congratulate Longview Housing Authority under Mr. Dietrich Johnson and Ms. Shativa Marshall, who was recognized for Operation Stand Down. Our veterans are important. And yes, we were at the ceremony on Saturday. Our mayor did a fantastic job of representing the city. And also, our Congressman Louis Gohmert was there. And having the privilege of sitting beside him, I was lobbying for additional veterans vouchers. We have a responsibility. And as citizens of Longview and as elected officials, we're committed. And I know the mayor and I visited about that. And we're going to try to get some more and get them unscrambled from whatever is going on in Louisiana. Because we need to take care of our veterans and do a better job of that. Also, to Debbie Fontaine and Back the Blue, thank you for taking this type of community initiative. These are the steps that make communities great. We are so blessed to have them in our midst and to afford each and every one of us an opportunity to go by and drop a nickel in the bucket and you get a fantastic cookie. I love these things. Anybody want to give me theirs?
Y'all are lucky I gave those to y'all because my wife said bring those home.
Well, hey, when the mayor was passing them out, we were going, oh, and he goes, they're not for me, you know. So, but thank you. And again, take some time to remember this week. I have a lot of veterans in my family. And it's just really important that we don't forget, as we have forgotten in the past. But as a child of the Holy King, I know that we will do better. And just continue to pray for our city. Thank you.
Mrs. Shahara.
I do have one. Wanted to invite everyone that's able to participate on Saturday in our Thanks for Giving, which is an event that Zonta puts on and invites you to bring donations that would benefit different agencies in our community that are helping victims of sex trafficking. So if you go to our website, you can see some of the items. They are things like toothpaste, toothbrush, towels, sheets, Kleenex, toilet paper, kind of necessary items for those that are helping victims. The agencies that will benefit directly are the Women's Center of East Texas, Rahab's Retreat, House of Hope, Buckner, Refuge of Light, Mercer Manor, and For the Silent. So if you're able to run by and drop off a donation, we would really appreciate it. Or if you want to come by and just encourage some of the volunteers, that'd be great too. It's taking place this Saturday, 9 to 3 at Prosperity Bank on the Loop, which is right next to Bodacious. So if you can participate, we would love to have you. That's it.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Mayor, a few things, Mr. Mayor. We have a fantastic lady before this one right here. We have a fantastic lady in our district, Carmela Davis, and her husband, Mark Atkinson, who do amazing things for this city. And in the past few years, past several years, she's had the Santa Land, the mini Santa Land at her house. And it's gotten so big that it really just, they couldn't keep it there anymore. They've moved it to Highway 259, just north of the Barkay Ranch convenience store. And it will be opening Friday, so anybody who wants to go out there, taking donations, but there is no charge to drive through that. At lunch today, I went to a luncheon, and there's two more people, another couple from District 5 that do amazing things for this city. If you can think of a charitable organization, more than likely they've been involved in it one way or the other. They were awarded with a Good Turn Award from the Boy Scouts of America. And if anybody deserves it, this couple right here does. They do great things for this city. And then finally, I'd also like to congratulate the Blue Brigade. They've had a great year. I've got a few facts for you from the superintendent he sent to me. Springfield ISD, the Blue Brigade finished #1 in the National Association of Military Bands competition on November 5th, 2016. 179 bands marched, 25 made the state competition, and only 10 made the finals out of 179 that started. Spring Hill made the finals for the first time in school history and finished 5th overall in UIL 4A state marching. Spring Hill, as the mayor said, is the #1 ranked military marching band in the state of Texas. So these young kids have done just a great job and been a great representative for the city of Longview.
Agreed. Mr. Pirtle.
Monday I had the opportunity to go with, I got invited by the city to go to Crosby's International over here off of one of our parks. And we went to the old one and we went to the new one, and it's night and day. And it's kind of like going out of the Stone Age into the space age. They were very, very, they spend a lot of money in Longview, and they invest a lot in Longview. And I hope that we can keep encouraging them to bring more and more of their business and more of their products to us, because they spend millions upon millions of dollars here. And I enjoy that, and I appreciate Mr. Willard and, Developmental Services and all of them for inviting me to do that, because that was very educational. On a sad note, I want to, we've got a coach and a principal at Pine Tree that passed away this week, and it was John Hocker, and I wanted to give condolences to his family. He was a very good mentor to many, many, many people at Pine Tree. So other than that, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Pirtle. Appreciate your letting us know about the passing. Appreciate that very much. Mr. Willard? Nothing. Well, I got a bunch. It's not my fault. They give this to me to read, gang. Okay, Longview Green and Clean is Saturday, November 12th at Lear Park. Recyclables, including electronics, tires, and batteries, can be dropped off between 8 a.m. and noon. You're invited to volunteer by helping clean litter at locations throughout Longview. Learn more at longviewtexas.gov/LGC or keeplongviewbeautiful.org. Your vote could bring a $25,000 grant to help amp up the Downtown Live 2017 music series. To vote, please go to levinamp.org and vote for 100 Acres of Heritage. Voting closes November 21st. If you haven't done this, it doesn't take very long to do it. They sent me the link, I did it, and I'm not very computer oriented, and I actually was able to weed through that and do it. But this is something that will be very, very beneficial. If we can get this award, we will get $25,000 to help our Downtown Live series that we're putting on. So take a minute. It doesn't take any amount of time to do it, and that helps our city. So it's almost like free money. Give yourself 5 minutes and help us get that $25,000. It'd be fantastic for our venue down there. The holidays are fast approaching. We want to let you know that the City of Longview offices will be closed for the Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday and Friday, November 24th, 25th. Residential trash, no collection Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th. Thursday's trash and recycle collection will be moved to Friday, November 25th. Did y'all catch that? Okay. No, I don't think you did. You realize the city will be closed 24th and 25th. Still going to be people picking up your trash on the 25th. So just remember that. Those guys and ladies that work in that department are still out there picking up trash. Everybody else is closed. So if you see them out there, give them some leftover turkey or something. Be happy. Be nice to them. I mean, seriously, I'm not kidding. They go out and do it when we're all taking a vacation day, and I just want you to know I appreciate that, even though my trash day is not Thursday or Friday. But I hope I see one of them, because they're out there doing a job that we don't want to do. So if you see them, tell them that thank you for working on a day when everybody else is taking a day off. Longview Ambucs Christmas Parade is Thursday, December 1st. The parade starts at 6:30. The theme this year is a blue Christmas. I don't know if y'all have been to the Christmas parade lately, but it is really a lot of fun. They do such a good job downtown making it look good. The courthouse looks fantastic. The parade is getting bigger and bigger every year. So I hope you'll come out and enjoy that. Usually the weather's been really nice. The parade is, you see some wonderful floats. People put a lot of time and effort into that, and I really appreciate their efforts. And it's a good thing for Longview. People come from all around to see that parade. So join in and enjoy that. Remember about Veterans Day celebration tomorrow. Upcoming events, Heart Walk, Arts View, World of Wonders, Lone Star Speedway, Moscow Ballets, Great Russian Nutcracker, Christmas at the Courthouse, a lot of things going on. And what did you notice about items of community interest tonight? What did y'all notice about this tonight? Here's what I noticed. Mr. Moore, Veterans Wall. Nona, talking about giving. Kasha, talking about giving. Debbie Fontaine. David, talking about Carmela and Mark. No charge to go out and see a venue. If you want to go to that Christmas lights thing between here and Canton, guess what? You're going to pay to go to see that. You come to the one in Longview, you don't pay a thing, because Mark Atkinson and Carmela are doing it out of their goodness of their hearts. What I'm saying is, we live in a city of go-givers. Have you noticed that? It's catching on, ladies and gentlemen. However you want to slice it, it's catching on. Our city is giving and giving and giving. And that's why we're growing and growing and growing. So let's keep this up. What a great thing we're doing, and the holiday spirit's coming around. So have a good heart for people. Karen Owens, nice to have you back in council chambers. Glad you're doing well from your surgery. Glad to have you back with us. Survey results. Do we have those up, Sean? Okay. Friday, November 11th is Veterans Day. What do you think is the most appropriate way to honor our veterans? Attend a Veterans Day service, public acknowledge a servicewoman, serviceman's service, make a donation to Veterans Fund, spend some time in silent thanksgiving for our freedom, all of the above or other. Well, what do you think won? You're darn right it did, and it should win, 73%. And, every one of those are ways that we can take a minute to pay tribute to those that have served us in ways that we can never, ever, ever say thank you enough. So this is one of those surveys that I enjoyed doing because I knew what the answer would be before I ever put it out there, and that's what I like. That's, once again, that's the heart of our city. Okay, the second one, sorry about this, but it was kind of funny. I couldn't help it. For fun, by the time the survey results are shared, someone's candidate was not elected as President of the United States. If your candidate is said person, do you intend on leaving the country? Yes, no, we'll give it 6 months, then decide. What do y'all think won? Yeah, no won, 83%. So we're not leaving the country. We're glad that you're going to stay and hang out with us. So it was an interesting election cycle. I know as well as you all, we're glad this is over with, that we're going to move forward with our country. So I appreciate all the input. I appreciate people taking the surveys and appreciate the time you spend making our city a better city. We do have an executive session tonight that we must go to, so we're going to move to executive session deliberating regarding personnel matters under Texas Government Code Section 551.074. We will not reconvene out here after the executive session, so this open meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for being here.